Hello everyone, very good evening. This is Karthik from Raj Cloud Technologies. So hope everyone can hear me and can see my screen, right? Can I get the confirmation in the chat box, please? Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. Let's start the session. I welcome you all to today's Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst introduction session. I'll just give an introduction about our social media handles and the website, and then I'll hand over the session to Ambarishan, our trainer. Just to stay connected till end of the session. So you are going to like get some offers as well. So just to stay connected till end of the sessions, please. Once again, I welcome you all to today's Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst Introduction Program. So this is our website. Like we have a website called razinformatica.com. So this is our website. I'm sharing the website link in the chat box. So we offer almost like 13 plus courses. If you just scroll down in the home page, you can see all our courses here. So we are offering Salesforce, cybersecurity and ethical hacking, Azure data engineering and Databricks, AWS, AWS and DevOps certification training, Snowflake in the combination of DBT and ADF, GCP professional certification training, Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud IICS IDMC, Python for kids. So from 6th grade to 12th grade kids can take this course. So Power BI data analyst program, Python for full stack development, Python for AI and ChatGPT, Tableau, and we are launching a few more new courses. So keep browsing our website. So we are about to launch generative AI and SAP FICO, SAP FICO training we are offering as well. So just stay connected till end of the session so that like you'll get the special offer as well. You can see the offer details also here. And these are our upcoming demos. These are our upcoming introduction demos. You can check out here Salesforce, Informatica Cloud, and the Kids Coding Program. So if you want to enroll for these programs, you can just click on join now and you can just like fill your details. You can just click on join now and you can just fill your details so that you'll get the complete meeting details in your This is our YouTube channel. So we have a YouTube channel, Raj Informatica Real-Time Hands-On Job-Based Training. Almost like we have 35.5K subscribers. We have uploaded like 376 videos already. You can check out here. So like the videos are related to AWS and DevOps, Snowflake, Salesforce, Informatica Power Center, Informatica Cloud, interview preparation, Unix. Okay, so resume preparation. There are many useful videos are available in our YouTube channel. If you like them, just give like and comment on the videos. Subscribe to our channel so that you'll get all our future updates here. And today's session is also available in our YouTube channel. Okay, so after completion of today's session, we are going to upload today's session as well. So I'm just sharing the link here in the chat box. Subscribe to our channel so that you'll get all the updates, all the latest updates, everything you can get it, you can get here. I have just shared the link as well. You can just yeah, you can just subscribe to our channel for all our updates. This is our Instagram handle, Raj Informatica. So in this Instagram handle, you can find out like all the job openings and the job openings updates will be posted in the Instagram handle here. So we have a job openings highlight as well. So just stay connected and just like follow us follow us for more job openings. Okay, so you'll get all the job openings updates here as well. So I'm just sharing the Instagram profile link. Follow our page for more details. And today like we have some special offer is available, some special discount is available. Okay, so just stay connected till end of the session so that you are going to get the complete offer details at the end of the session. Okay, and now let's take a small break of 30 seconds. Okay, so just share your name and WhatsApp number in the chat box so that you will be added to the Power BI real time project WhatsApp group discussions group, so that you can get all the updates of Power BI program here and the latest job openings. Okay, and the project discussions, everything you can discuss here. we already have almost like 400 to 500 members in the group already. So you can get all the updates here. Just share your name and WhatsApp number in the chat box so that you'll get all the updates, and you will be getting a WhatsApp group link also. Okay, so just join the group so that you'll get all the updates here. Let's take a sharp 30-second break and I'll hand out the session to our trainer. Meanwhile, you can just like share your name and WhatsApp number in the chat box, please. Thanks for sharing your contacts. Amrishankar, you can take over from here, please.
Thanks, Karthik. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good morning. For those who are joining from various parts of the globe, thank you so much for joining the session. Let me go ahead and get started. I'll share my screen and we'll go from there. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. Yeah. And I hope I'm audible and you can hear me well. Okay, good. Let's move on. Let's go and get started with today's session. And this is all about Power BI. So let me give you a quick introduction of what we will go and cover in this particular course. Plus, I'll give you a small demo and let's go ahead and do that in some time. All right. Now, this is our website, and I think my team has already shared those details. If I come to courses, you can find the list of courses here. Let's just get into Power BI, and this is the page I'm on. So you'll be able to see all the course content, all the details here. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to my team on this number, and we'll help you with all the details. You can also reach out to them and ask to connect with me, and they'll help you to kind of redirect, or they'll just kind of bring me into a conference call and we can talk and discuss about your questions. Good. Let's talk about the course content first. And even before I get to that, let me give you my introduction. My name is Ambarishan. You can call me Amber. I'm a certified Power BI professional and Microsoft professional, and I've got more than 15 years of IT experience. I have been training people for more than 8 years now, and the go-to tools for me are the data visualization tools. So I train people predominantly on Power BI, Tableau, ClickView, ClickSense. These are the four top tools in the market right now. About my background, I was a data warehouse engineer. I was working and building data warehouses, but I really liked the data visualization side of things. So I switched my career slightly towards this particular um, you know data visualization side of things. All right, that's what I do on a daily basis. I work with data a lot, and yeah, I really love this visualization things. Okay, let's move on to the course curriculum, what is expected here, and we'll just go ahead and give and get an idea about this briefly, and then we'll jump into the tool itself and then understand how to work with the tool. Okay, so we'll be working on Power BI desktop on a you know for a long time. So we'll start off with Power BI desktop. I'll go through the course content in a while, and then what we'll have to do is, once the reports are all built in Power BI desktop, we'll be publishing that to Power BI service. Okay, so we'll talk more about Power BI service during the end of this course. We'll just go and understand how to publish, how to share and collaborate with your users. So all of that is coming up. And within Power BI Desktop, you'll be learning a lot of things. So we'll go through what is Power Query Editor. I'll kind of give you an idea when I go through the course content. And we'll learn DAX. And I'm going to say that we will be kind of, working on DAX in a more extensive fast fashion. So we reserve about 6 to 8 hours of DAX. Okay, 6 to 8 hours of DAX, and that's what we will go and do. And let's talk about that in a while as well. So we will be looking at DAX in a very much detailed fashion. And in Power BI service, we'll be going ahead and doing a lot of things. We'll be working with data gateways. That's going to be one of the important areas that you'll for sure touch base on when in your project. So we'll talk more about it, and we'll go through other details as well. And I'm not sure if the my team has touched on this or not, but you'll be getting Oracle SQL as an add-on to this course. Okay, if you're purchasing and kind of enrolling for Power BI, I would say, you'll be getting a complimentary add-on on that, and you'll be learning SQL Server with some recorded videos, and you'll just kind of, go through them and understand that. So that's there. My team will elaborate you on that. And finally, we'll also touch base and get introduced to something called as Microsoft Fabric. And that's one of the buzzword these days. We'll understand what that is, and that's what we will go and cover in the entire course. Now, how is this course structured? The course is going to be more than 30 hours of sessions, 30 hours of lectures from my side, I would say. We'll have, 1.5 hours of sessions daily. We'll have this over the weekdays and not weekends. We'll have the session on the weekdays, and weekends would be holidays. We don't really kind of conduct that. So that is how it is. We can have our doubts cleared on the session itself. If not, I can set with you, and I can also give you that one-on-one doubt clearing sessions, and all of that is there. So I want you to go through this and understand what we have. So yeah, that's what we do. And like I said, we'll be working on DAX, extensively, and we'll understand that 6 to 8 hours of session. That's almost like, one third of the session is going to be on DAX for sure. So we'll understand how that works. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to the course content, and we'll understand what is Power BI first of all. I'll just quickly walk you through this. I don't want to spend too much of a time. But what we want to essentially do is we want to go and, develop our report, and we use something called as Power BI desktop to go and get started. So we'll understand the basics. We'll understand the very basic information about how the Power BI is all structured, what is the architecture, what is the different you know setup. So Microsoft Fabric, what is it? Because it's Microsoft Fabric, and that's the umbrella term that you have, and this has a lot of products, and Power BI is one of them. Okay, so this is your Fabric, and there is going to be one product, and that's going to be the Power BI desktop or Power BI as a whole. So that is how we want to understand this. I'll go ahead and touch base on those things as we progress. But the way we want to go do this is we want to go and have a lot of data sources connected, and we'll also go and work on data sources like a simple file system that you have in your local machine, or we can connect to the data on the website. We can connect to some databases. I'll show you all of this. I'll show you how to connect to all of these different databases. That's just the first part of it. And the connectivity is all the same. You don't have to really learn hundreds and thousands of connections and connectivity types. It's all the same. Only the first step differs, and the rest of the steps are all going to be the same. So you can go ahead and get started with any data source. Let's say I teach you something like SQL, and tomorrow you are working on some other databases, let's say Snowflake or anything of that sort. You should be able to connect to all that, and it's all going to be very easy. So I'm just going to give you a glimpse of how this goes on, how to connect to these different variety of different data sources. We'll just go over that, and that's the first thing that we do. We need to bring in the data into Power BI. Okay, that's the first thing, and we'll just go through different data sources. Okay, every module will have hands-on. Every single set of things that I go and cover, every module that I cover, I'll give you some hands-on on those things, and they are going to be really helpful for you. You will be able to go and kind of connect to a variety of different data sources and go from there. Okay, now whenever you bring the data into Power BI, remember one thing: the data is never clean. So you'll have to go and clean your data. You'll have to go and cleanse your data. There is a term called data cleansing, and we'll just go and do that. And a lot of times this is also referred to as transformation in your data set. So we'll just go and do that. And transformations can be a lot of things. We'll just go and work on a lot of different ways of looking at those different details. So this is where I go through something called as Power Query Editor. If you have touched on these different topics, if you have gone ahead and understood and watched some of the videos on YouTube or gone through some blogs and other things, I think these are all relatable. We'll just get to that and we'll have a better clarity during our session. But this is what we will do. We'll use Power Query Editor, and that Power Query Editor is mainly designed to transform your data, okay, shape and structure your data. We're going to take it forward based on that. We'll understand what is an M language. We'll go and understand it's all the same: M language, M queries, it's all the same. Should you go and learn that or not? Should you not learn it? These are all the different discussions that we'll have. You don't really need to learn the M language. We'll understand that part there, but it is essential to understand certain things going on in your file or in your data set. So we'll just understand that part. Okay. So all of that is going to be covered. So we'll just go through that. Now, I don't really jump right into the visualization. We have to go look at a lot of things before we jump into the visualization. And I'll probably bring up a slide which is going to give you all that idea, but we'll not jump right into the visualization. Unlike any other training session, if you have attended the demos or anything of that sort, I do not prefer jumping right into the visualization, because let's just say you have some data coming in. Let's say you have a population data coming in and you have a gender column there. Okay, and the gender column has all zeros and ones. It's all ones and zeros. Okay, now you want to jump right into the visualization phase, and you say, hey, 0 and 1, you get this count, let's say, for example, and you share that with your user. Let's say you're just sharing that with your user. Now what's the big question? The first question that this guy will have, he's going to ask you, what is 0 and 1? What is going to be the meaning of these things, right? So you can't really go and right away jump into your visualization, expect something to be created. Yes, you can create things from the data that you have, but it's not going to be meaningful. Okay, it will be meaningless. And this is going to be the questions that are going to be coming from your users. So you don't really want to have all of this done this way. So we'll go step by step, and I'll go ahead and show you a slide. We'll go ahead and define certain things here, and we'll understand how this works. Okay. So once you get that idea, you will never jump into the visualization. Visualization is the last thing that you want to worry about. So let's just not go to that directly. Okay. So let's lay the foundation, and laying the foundation means transforming your data, cleansing your data. You have to do that. And then what we will do is we'll do something called as data modeling. So you'll have to go and connect the dots. You'll get the details in different tables. So these are different tables, let's say, for example. And what you have to do is you'll have to connect the dots. You'll have to bring it all together. And this is how we want to go and do this. Okay. That's how we want to go and look at it. All right. And then we will work on DAX. And like I said, we'll work on DAX extensively. We'll work on a lot of different functions and formulas and different kinds of formulas. So we'll just go through that. And it's a huge list. You can see that here. And we'll just go through all of this for the 6 to 8 hours. Like I said, that is the extensive DAX details that we'll go and cover. Okay, there's a question. I'll just take that up. You mentioned data is not cleansed, so we need to transform the data. My knowledge of that is ETL tools or SQL transformation will take care of the data cleansing. Okay, good. And everything provided clean when the Power BI is. Yes, it can be. I mean, I'm not saying it is going to be that way. Your tables, SQL Server tables, ETL tools will go and take the data. What if there is no ETL in place? What if you're connecting to a raw data source? You're not having any ETL tools in between. What if it's not a database that you're connecting to? You're not going to get a clean or a good, nice data set to go and work with. Even Excel files and formulas that you use in Excel files that may be provided to you as an input can contain a lot of errors. Okay, I'll show you that. Maybe I'll just go and show you that. Yeah. So that's the reason. And you cannot expect all of these things to be in place all the time. What if you don't have these things? And then you'll have that kind of inconsistent data, irregular data coming in. And that's something that we want to handle. Yeah, good. Thank you. All right, so that's what we have. Very good. Keep these questions coming in. I really like them. Okay. Now, once you have understood how to go and work with the data, transform the data, shape the data, cleanse the data, and then you do the data modeling on top of it. These are some very basic and very foundational concepts that we'll go and learn. You need to go and understand this. So we'll just talk more about that during our session. And we'll have to also work on the derivations, the DAX and calculations. I'm going to demo DAX today. I'm going to show you how to work with DAX today. We'll go jump into that. Okay, just say yes in the chat box if you're all scared of DAX. How many of you say, hey, I'm scared of DAX? Is it something that I have to learn or not? Just say yes in the chat box and make sure that you're sending it to everyone so that everyone understands, or just ping me separately on this one. Okay, just say yes on the chat box if you're all scared of DAX. I'll show you how easy it is to work on DAX, and you will have an amazing, idea about how this works. Okay. Now, once we have the data all cleansed, all data modeling done, DAX and other expressions and other derivations done, that's when I jump into the visualization phase. And I'll talk about what charts to use, how to use them, what is the right way of projecting and presenting your data. These are all going to be the discussion points in our session. And we'll go and talk to you. I mean, I'm going to talk to you about all of that. Okay. So once that is all done, I'll build a report in front of you. We'll do a report in our class. Okay, I'm going to build one big report in the session itself. And I'll also give you some hands-on and all of that. So we are having about 3 to 4 capstone projects that you'll be taking up after the project is done. So you'll be working on those different capstone projects. That's going to be built on, let's say, customer analysis, some domains like banking domains, and insurance domain, retail domain, and all of that. So you'll be taking up those different details. Okay, good. So once your idea on visualization is all good, once you have built your report, we will go and publish that report to Power BI service. And that's where you'll go and share, or kind of collaborate and do a lot of things with your users. So users are going to be connecting to Power BI service. Power BI service is more like a cloud-based environment, okay? And that's where we will publish our report. And this is where the users are going to be connected, and the users are going to be accessing your report. Okay, imagine this as a Google Drive, a folder in a Google Drive. You share that with someone, and every user that you share this with, every person that you share this with can access it, right? So similarly, we'll just go ahead and understand that part. That's Power BI service for us. It's an easy step, and all you have to do is just click on some buttons, set up a few things, give the access to the user. We'll learn more about that as we progress. That's what is coming up. Okay. Now, in that Power BI service, we'll also understand how to go and work with apps. That's one of the best ways of sharing and collaborating with your users. We'll go and add some securities and other things that we do inside that environment. So we'll just go talk more about it. Okay, so that's what we have. Like I said, we'll just go and talk more about these things and other community contents and online contents that you can go and look for and understand how people are building all of this. Okay. And we'll go and build some in-class project. We'll go and work on some capstone projects. All of that is coming up. And we'll also have a introductory session on a Microsoft Fabric, tool. We'll understand what this is. This is a buzzword, like I said, these days, and we'll want to understand and kind of clearly understand how Power BI fits into this ecosystem. Okay, so that's the overall content. Like I said, we will be developing something in our desktop version. You'll be spending a lot of time in your Power BI desktop version. So we'll just go ahead and work on that. And you will be transforming the data, modeling your data, working on the DAX-based expressions, and then you'll be going ahead and visualizing the data. Like I said, I want to take it in this particular fashion because You don't want to jump right into the visualization phase right away. Okay. So once all of that is done, we'll go and share and publish and collaborate in our Power BI service environment. So these are all going to be different things that we work on, and that's how it's all set up. Okay, good. If you guys have any questions, please do post that in the chat box. I'm looking at the chat box and I'll take that up. My team is also going to work on that, and they will let me know when there is a question. Good. So that's what we will go and cover in this particular course. So remember, this particular course is from a developer standpoint, how a developer would go and design a report, build all of that report, and work on that local desktop environment to do all of this. And then he's going to publish this to a cloud-based environment where the users can share and collaborate and work in that particular environment. Okay, so that's the whole purpose and whole point. We do have different tools that comes into picture here and there, but we are just only focusing on Power BI desktop here. We're not focusing on anything else. Okay, we're not talking about any automation. We're not talking about there is something called as a pixel perfect report or report builder. We're not talking about anything else. It's only purely desktop version of Power BI. We'll work with that and we'll publish and we'll look for those different details. Okay. So let me show you how this looks. So we'll just go and install Power BI Desktop. I'll go through these different processes while I do that, and let's see how we want to do this. Okay. All right, let me open Power BI Desktop and we'll just go from there. I see one more question on the chat box. Let me take that up. Don't have to chat to everyone. Option, how good should we be in SQL? Okay, for queries. Okay, so let's go and understand this part. Okay, let's talk about companies like Amazon, companies like Uber, Ola. What are these people doing? What are these companies doing? They are generating data every single second. Yes, I can call them as data generators or generating machines. So they are generating data. Okay. Now, do you really think these companies are going to store their data on a file? How many rows can you store in an Excel file? How many rows can you store it in a text file, something like that? That the file size will grow. It will be very hard for you to go and manage all of that. Excel cannot accommodate too much of a data. So these companies are not going to store anything on a file based system. Okay, so they will definitely incorporate something called as databases. And in order to query the databases, you'll have to understand a language, a querying language, and which is going to be SQL. Okay, so it can be different databases, but SQL is very generic, very common, and very similar. You just, with some changes here and there, you can go with some, Oracle-based SQL queries. You can work on some T-SQL here on SQL and all of that. So a lot of different things goes on, but that's almost the same. The characteristics and the way you go and frame a query is all the same, but here and there are going to be some functions and some ways that are going to be different. Okay, so I would say, you'll have to learn SQL, and it is going to be one of the mandatory things that you have to do when you're inside a real-time project with Power BI and with SQL knowledge, plus a little bit of an Excel knowledge. Okay, just for some validation, small formulas and other things that you want to learn. With all of these three things, you are mastering this, Power BI tool, and this is what is required. So yes, SQL is going to be down the line very important for you to go and learn. So I want you to learn that for sure, and that's why we offer this Oracle SQL as an add-on in this particular case. Okay, so you can see that Oracle SQL is going to be given to you as an add-on. You will have a recorded session of the videos. You can go through that parallelly and also kind of understand how the SQL queries work. Will we have transformation here? Power BI, like ETL tools will not go and do so much of pivoting, all right, of data, and we're not going to do an extensive ETL work. But yes, a little bit of ETL and transformations is going to be there for sure. Okay, I'll give you this idea in some time, but let's go and understand how this goes. Okay, all right. Any other questions, anyone? Let me know. I'll give you some time to go and, I'll open the floor for the Q&A, and we'll go and have a discussion one-on-one. You can go and do that. And I'll unmute you all in some time, and I'll give you that access, mic access, and you can always go and talk to me. Okay, we'll just get that done after the demo is done. All right, great. So let me just open Power BI Desktop. Now, when I open Power BI Desktop, this is how it's going to look like. I'm just going to connect to a data set. And let's go and talk about a little bit about DAX first of all. Okay. And since people are touching on the transformation techniques and other things, let me show you how this works. And I'll just go ahead and understand and make you understand how this is all going to be. Now, if you really want to understand the essence of how this training is going to be, what level of detail am I covering this particular things from, if you want to really understand, I'm going to be on a very, very, I would say childish way of teaching. I'm going to do this from the very scratch, and you will go and understand this. No matter if you're from a technical background or non-technical background, you'll understand all of this. I'm just going to be on a very, very I would say very basics to advanced and other things. So we'll just go from there. And if you really want the essence of how this goes in the real time, sessions, you can go to our YouTube channel. Okay, I'm just going to go share this link again. I'll share the link with the filters on. So if you go here, and what you can do is you can also search for Power BI. So let's just go and search for Power BI, and you'll find all the videos on Power BI. So we have uploaded so many videos on so many different topics, and these are all the different videos on Power BI. Okay, so I'm just going to paste this link in the chat box. Go through this. You'll find something like, batch 5 session 2. There can be batch 5 session 1, batch 5 session 3. So many different videos we have uploaded. So just go through that, and you can always go and understand what is that I'm covering, how is that I'm covering. These are going to be like 1.5 hours video. Like I said, this is the entire session 2 for you. So you can just go and understand what's going on here. Start from the very beginning. Go from the first video, second video, third video. Just you'll understand how that goes, and you can very well go and decide whether you want to enroll for this course or not. I mean, this is going to be very detailed information. And like I said, I'm just going to be very, very, starting this from very basics and going that slowly, and kind of we'll get into the advanced topics. Okay, good. Let me just go and start off with this desktop version. And we'll just connect to a simple sample data set. I don't want to just go and show you that, but let me just open that, and we'll just quickly get to this information. Okay. Now I have a sample superstores file here. This is a sample data set that comes from Tableau, and I'm just going to use this for this particular demo purposes. We'll focus on DAX, and I did not get an answer, guys. If you are scared of DAX, if you feel DAX is difficult, let me know. Put yes in the chat box, and I'll show you how easy it is to go and work on DAX. Okay, can we go through DAX? Yes, we'll just do that in this demo. And I want that response. I want everyone to say yes on the chat box if you really feel it's difficult, or say no if it is not difficult. I know that people are scared of DAX. So let me just go and work on those different aspects. And if someone knows or does not know what is DAX, that's fine. Just say yes on the chat box. I just want to see, if you're kind of listening or not. And I hope you're all doing that. Okay, great. Yeah, good. Thank you for that response. Good, good, good. Thank you. All right, have a look. So this is our data set, and I'm just going to be very simple on this. Okay, let's go through this. This is a sales data set. Okay, this is your sales data set. This is all about sales, quantity, discount, and profit. We are selling some products in our store, let's say, for example, and this is all the details about that. We have different sheets here. We have order sheet, so we're capturing all the orders that we are selling. It's all here in this order sheet, and there is a return sheet. So of course, with let's say you have booked your products, or you have bought something from Amazon, Flipkart, something like that. These are e-commerce stores. If you've done that, returns are obvious, right? So you are going to return if the product is not good, if it is damaged, or for some reason this is all kind of not the way you expected it. So you're just going to return it, and that returns are all captured here. Okay, so we have returns captured here, and you can see there is a flag called as returned, and this flag is going to be just having yes here. Okay, which means we're only capturing the returned product. We're not going to be capturing every single order and saying, hey, this got returned and this got not returned. We're not doing that. We're only marking and capturing the returned products here. Okay, I hope you're understanding this. So if I look at the orders table here, let's just do that. I have about 10,000 odd rows. Okay, and if I look at the returned sheet here, I have only 300 rows, which means I may have sold 10,000 different orders, or we have that kind of an entry in our orders table. We have sold 10,000 of any product, let's say, for example. It can be one kind of one product sold many times, it can be still added to that count. And only 300 of them got returned. So I'm just kind of showing you that number, right? So that's how things are going to work. And we'll also observe that there are some things like this here. We'll have some column like region here. And if you really want to understand who's the manager for this region, we have another sheet where these mappings are all available. So we'll have the region, we'll have the manager's information. So we can go and connect the dots. So from the orders table, you can look up the southern region, you'll understand who's the manager for that, and all of that can be done. So this is a good, nice data set that I'll work on. I'll quickly try to load all of this. I'll show you the transformation techniques. Some of them are very important and you'll be working with that. Like I said, and like those questions that came up, you may feel the data is all good, but when you take it into Power BI, there may be a requirement for a transformation to be added, a simple transformation to be added. So let's just go through that, understand it, and then we'll slowly get into the DAX ways of working. Okay. So this is my sample superstores file. I'll be going and connecting to that from my Power BI desktop. And anything that you do in Power BI desktop is called as a report. Yeah. You have worked with Excel files. When you open Excel file, what happens? You're working with a workbook. Yeah, Excel workbook. When you go and open a PowerPoint presentation, you work with that particular document. What is it? It's a new presentation that you create. You can start off with a blank presentation, a new presentation. That's what you do. You open a Word document. What is it? It's going to be a new document that you go and start working on. So in Power BI desktop, it's all going to be called as a report, and this is how it works. Okay. So let's get into this. I'll create a blank report. We'll just go into this particular detail. And let me just give you a glimpse of this environment, and then we will go and kind of connect to our data, bring the data in, and we'll do a lot of things here. Okay. Now, the very first thing that we need for us to go and start visualizing something, start building something here within this environment is we need data. Okay. We need to bring in the data, and the data has to be in a, what is it called? In a structured format. Okay. When I say structured format, it has to be in a tabular format. Okay. It's always going to be in a tabular format. It can be any way in this format. Let's say it's an XML. XML can be further kind of, decoded to have that in a tabular format. Let it be JSON file, let it be a text file, let it be a CSV file, let it be a database, whatever that is. It can all be kind of, in a tabular format. It can be decoded, like JSON file can be understood in a column and rows based fashion, and you can always go and bring that in into Power BI. So this is what we are looking for. We're looking for structured data, so tabular format of the data in any format. Let it be in a PDF format. Have you ever downloaded your monthly statements, the transaction that you go through? You'll have that report coming up in which you'll have that table in between. What is a debit, credit, and all of that? We can export that data into Power BI. So all of this can be done. Okay, so that is how I want you to look at this. So anything that is structured in the sense in a tabular format can be brought into Power BI. Now, let's say if you're looking at a YouTube video will have a caption. Yes, you have seen this caption. Yes, there will be the transcript for that particular video. And you can't go and export all of that. You can't go and kind of, I would say scrape all of that out of that particular link and then get that into Power BI, because that's not a structured data. You can do that with some other tools, Python and other things, but not with Power BI. Okay, so we are looking for structured data. And if your data lies in that particular format, mostly the organization, like I said, Uber, Ola, Zepto, Zomato, Amazon, Flipkart, all of these are creating and generating data and storing that in tables, and we'll be able to go and bring that into this particular detail. Okay. Okay, there is a question. Let me take that up. Should we learn cloud warehouses technologies in order to retrieve high volume data in case of most organization they are using cloud? I mean, if your organization is using it, you will eventually go and understand how that works. Okay, you don't have to really learn that, because there are a lot of tools and technologies out there. You won't be able to go and learn everything. So when you get into a project, yes, just see whether they are using an Azure database. Is that they are connecting to a Snowflake database? These are different cloud-based environments. If you want to learn them, you can learn them after you know what to learn. So that would be a better option. You don't want to jump into 10 different things and learn nothing. So I would say just wait and be kind of patient until you get into a project, understand what's going on, what are they connecting to, how are they leveraging this information. Once you have that clarity, yes, you can deep dive into those different technologies and learn them. Okay. Yeah, that would be a better option in that case. All right, great. Let's move on. So the first thing that you need is data. And what I would say is go ahead and use this option to go ahead and get the data into Power BI. Once you get the data, it will come and sit in the data pane here. So you will be having this, table and the respective columns, table and the columns coming in and sitting here. Okay. Like I said, I'm not a fan of starting off with visualization, but you see there is a visualization pane. You can always go and, kind of drag and drop that into this canvas. And this canvas and this view that you're looking at is called as a report view. And what you will do is you'll build something like a report. So you'll be bringing in a lot of visuals. You'll be creating an entire report here. And this combination of bringing everything together is what is called as a report. So you're looking at a report view, and you can always go and drag and drop these different visualizations. You can get started with that. But like I said, you need to go and focus on data, the cleansing of data, and a lot of other things. And that is how we want to go and look at this. All right. Good. Keep all that in mind. We'll get to that in a while, but let's go and explore a few different areas here. And you will be looking at and you'll be working with these three views. These are called as views a lot. You'll be toggling between these different icons, and these are all called views. And let's see how this goes. Now, I may sound too rushy here in this case. I'm just kind of trying to give you all the ideas in a quick, little time. But when I go through the real sessions, I'll be very slow in explaining all of this. But I just want you to kind of understand that. Yeah. So we're just in a demo session. I'm just kind of rushing this because the patience won't be there for everyone, and everyone may not be on the same level. So just observe and we'll understand. Okay. Now these are all called views. I'm just highlighting the first three because you'll be working with that first three a lot, and that's the whole point. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about these different views. The first view is what you are currently on, and I've already given you the name. What is it? It's called as the report view. So we are looking at the report view. The second view, the second icon is going to be called as the table view, and I'll show you all of this when I load the data. The third view is called as the model view, and you will be working on data models, connecting the tables and all of that. Why are we doing all of that? We'll go and understand it in our main session. So that is what it is. So we have different views that we work on, and these are the three views that you'll be toggling: report view, table view, and model view. You'll be toggling between this a lot, and you'll be kind of coming up with your report, modeling these things a lot, and that's how we will go ahead and work on it. Okay. Why am I not touching on the fourth view? Because that's not really required for us, and we'll not go through that as well. I can give you a glimpse of it, but it's not something that you expect or kind of thinking. This is not the DAX that we will cover, so we'll not even get into this view, but this is just a view that was added just recently. And Power BI has been there in the market for last 10 years or so, and we have had only these three views for the last 10 years, and all of a sudden there is a new view coming in. It doesn't really make sense, and it is just a different product that is being integrated into Power BI. Power BI does this all the time, and that's a great way to go and look at your information. But this is going to be called as a DAX query view, and the DAX query is not what we are going to work on. Okay, we'll work on a simple DAX formulas. So we'll not be covering this. So don't, kind of get into that. That's not really necessary. These are for advanced users, I would say, who wants to understand how is the performance. They want to query the database. They want to go and get to certain things quickly. You can do all of that, but yeah, we'll understand it from a different perspective. There are easier ways to do this. There are hard ways of getting to certain information. And I would say this query view, tax query view, is going to be a little difficult to get to some information that you want to look for. So let's just skip that, and I'll just ignore that for now. Let's go and focus on the first three views alone. Okay, good. So we just understood the interface. We'll just go and work on these three icons and views a lot, and we'll just go and load some data and get it in this particular tool. So let me connect to the sample superstores file. You can see there is nothing strange about this. I just may have formatted it so that you can understand this information better. It looks like a table. If I go to the returns table, I'm just going to remove the filters. You may see and find that kind of different. But yes, this is all the same information, just formatted it so that you can understand the data better. So this is how our tables are all structured. Let me just go ahead and bring this data in and you'll understand what we are going through. And, someone said the data will be clean for sure. Let me show you how it can go ahead and change. And you need to go ahead and apply a transformation for sure here and there. Even the simplest transformation sometimes should be something that we will apply. So let's go ahead and talk about that. So where is our data? Our data is lying in an Excel format. Yes, this is an Excel file. Let's go ahead and connect to an Excel file and we'll just get started with this. So what I'll do is I'll click on this icon. So Excel file, I want to connect to this Excel file and it says in the tooltip, if you can read it, uh, you know, it's going to be oops, sorry for that. It's going to be importing the data from Excel. Now there are different ways of doing it. You can click on this icon and get started. You can click on this drop down and get started. But let's just go click on this. Everything does the same thing. We'll just click on this and we'll try to bring the data into Power BI. So if I click on this, it's going to ask me, hey, where is your file? Let's go to our file, right? So I'm just going to go navigate to my file and I'm just going to say, hey, this is my file. I'm going to open this in Power BI. Let's just do that very quickly. And this particular file has 3 sheets. Yes or no? So sample superstore has 3 sheets. And what you'll see is you'll see a window called as navigator window. And this is one of the important dialog boxes that comes up. And you'll see all of those 3 sheets getting listed here. All right. Now, whenever you get this, we are connecting to this Excel workbook and you're looking at all of these sheets in front of you. Let's say you want to load all of them. We will go and check all of these boxes and we'll say, hey, Power BI, go and load them into Power BI. Okay. So that is what we will do. But before that, I want you to check the quality of this data. Okay. How is this data? Is it coming in nicely? Is it going to have some discrepancies? Are there any issues or flaws with your data? We want to understand that part. Okay, just let's do a quick quality check and then we'll move forward. All right. So I'm just going to click on orders table as is. Just click on the table name and you'll see that everything looks good. Yes. The headers are all just looking good. Very good. The order date, just look at that. Is it looking like an order date? That's what we want to go and do. Yes, it looks like an order date. Order ID, does that look like an order ID? If you look at your order ID in the file, it should look like the same column. Yeah, it's pretty much looking like that. Good. So you just want to go, kind of quickly scan through this information, understand whether certain columns look like those different details or not, and just scroll through this and understand whether this is all looking good or not. Very good. This is how it is. Okay. But let's go ahead and check that very quickly for the other tables as well as other information as well. So if I click on this people table, now tell me whether it's looking good or not. Let me know. Yes or no. Is there an issue with your data? Yes. Can you all see this? So the data is never clean, like I said, and or the data is not interpreted properly by Power BI. That can happen. So all of these things can cause a lot of problems. And you may want to tackle all of this as you progress. Now, I'll just go ahead and give you a straightforward answer why this is happening this way. Okay, let's just go to the orders table. And let's assume that I want to first talk about the problem. What is the problem here? The problem is this is our headers and we don't have our headers on our column names. Yes or no? Correct? Everyone with me? Yeah. So the headers are not properly treated and they are not coming in as a column headers. They are there as a first row in your table. That's the issue that we have. If you go to the returns table, we had returns captured in a separate sheet. If you go to the returns table, it's happening again with this table. Orders table was all good. This table is showing you all these issues and people table is showing you all these issues. But why is this happening? Why is my header not treated and kind of taken to the column headers? Let's go and understand that part. Okay. If I go to the orders table, if I just show you something, let's just say, for example, let's say this is not the column header and this is still the first row in your table. Got it? This is just the first row in your table. Now, what is making Power BI decide and say that, yes, this can be taken as column headers? Let's kind of understand from that perspective. Now, if you look at the entire row, if you look at that entire row, what is it? The values here is all of text in nature. Yes or no? Row ID is a text value. Order ID is a text value. Order date is a text value. So everything in that first row is all text. Can I say that? Yes. But if you look at the rest of the values in the rest of those other rows, what is it? This is all date data type. This is all number or a whole number kind of a data type. You're getting this difference? Yes. So there is a difference between the way your headers are set up. It's all text here. And the rest of the values in certain column is all of different data type. But when you look at the people table, what happens? This is all text. Manager's information is all text. This is all text. It's all text. This is all text. Yes or no? So Power BI does not have a clue. Power BI does not know whether it can promote this particular column to header or not. I hope you're getting my point. Yes. So this is what I want you to understand. If I go to the returns table, the alphanumerical value will be treated as text finally. Finally, it's text. You can't classify this as a number, but you can classify the numbers as text, and that can be kept that way. So this is going to be classified as text. This is going to be classified as text. This is all, sorry, this one is all text. And the first row is all text. So it cannot go and promote it. Power BI does not want to do anything wrong. It does not want to give you some incorrect information. So what Power BI does is it will not promote this row to the header. It wants you to do it. It wants you to think a little, understand whether this is all right. If it is right, yes, take it forward, go and work with this data. But if it is not right, then you'll have to go and take one extra step to go and modify this, fix these discrepancies, and then load the data into Power BI. I hope you're getting this. Yes. Yeah. Everyone clear? So let's go ahead and do this. What I'll do is I'll just check these boxes. I want to say, hey, I want to load all of this. But before loading, what should I do? I need to modify this information a little bit. I want to transform this information a little bit. And that's why I'll go with that particular information. Okay. So let's just go click on this. And this is a very simple fix. Don't worry about all this. Power BI gives you all options in a very simple fashion. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and do a transform data. And it takes me to a different window. Remember, we were on this window. Let's just go come out of it. See this? It's a different window. So we were on this window, this main window, and now we have come into a different window. Since we clicked on transform data, we are here. What is our main purpose? Our main purpose is to transform the data. That's what the button said, transform data. Yes or no? Now let's look at something that is going on here. We were trying to extract the data. Remember? Yes, we are trying to go and get the data. Extraction is the name of the process. We're trying to go and transform the data now. And we'll be finally loading the data into Power BI. Like I said, the tables and columns will come and sit here on the data pane. So we'll be finally loading that into this. If you don't know, we are already following an ETL process. And if you don't know what is ETL, it is a process that you have to for sure go through whenever you are working with the data. Okay, whenever you want to connect to the data, whenever you want to work with the data, you will go through a process called as ETL. Okay, good, great. Someone is drawing on my screen. I just don't want you to do that, please. Okay, please don't annotate on my screen. Give me 1 second, guys. This is one of the hectic process. Okay, great. Thank you for that. And yeah, please don't draw on my screen, anyone. Just be careful. I'm going to stop. Just give me a minute. Let me see if I can just stop. Yeah, let's disable annotation for others. Good, great. Okay, so that is what I was talking about. My window is gone. All right, here is it. It is. Okay, good. So what are we talking about? We're talking about ETL. So we will be going through this process a lot. We'll talk more about it in our session, and we'll understand what this is all about. Okay. So yes, you're going through that. And this window, Power Query Editor, is going to be one of the windows where you transform your data. Now, what should I do? This is my table. I have to go and take this into the first, or I have to promote that as column headers. Let's go and do that. Okay. So when you're here in this window, you'll find a small option here. What is this? It says, I'm just going to zoom in. It says use first row as headers. So a click of a button should take your first row and promote it to the headers. I'm going to use my first row as headers. Okay. So I'll just click on that and look at that. It goes and gets promoted to the headers. Our headers are all fixed. So simple, so easy. I'll tell you one more thing. Power BI is one of the easiest tools that you can learn today. All right. It's easier than Excel. It's easier than any other tool out there in the market today. It's a Microsoft tool, and I hope you have worked on Microsoft tool. It just is easy to go and type on a Word document. It's going to be easy for you to go and create a PowerPoint presentation. So these Microsoft tools are pretty easy to work with, and this is one of the easiest tool. You don't have to really worry about anything else. It's a drag and drop report builder. You can amazingly create those visuals, charts, graphs, and reports very easily. Anyone can get started with this tool. So I'm talking about one of the most simplest tools to use. We do have some basics that we'll have to go through and understand how things work in Power BI. That is the part that I want you to learn. Otherwise, it's a very easy tool. Okay, great. Let's just move on. Let's go and fix the issues with people table as well. What am I going to do? I can click on this icon here, use first row as header, or do you see this intersection of rows and columns? Yes, this is where your rows and columns intersect, and you can click on that icon. Just click on that icon and that brings a lot of options. And there is this option called as the same option that we talked about. Use first row as headers. You can get this from different places. Does the same thing. It will promote your first row to the headers, right? Let's just go and do that way. Click on this icon and let's go and choose that option. And that's going to promote my first row to the headers. Got it? So like I said, no matter how clean your data is, when you take it into Power BI, there can be some changes happening to this information and you may want to transform your data. If it is already done by your team, if it is already loaded into some places, yes, the data should be nice and neat. You can just connect and then plug and play, you can do that. But when the data is not clean, if you're directly sourcing it from some places like this, it may have some discrepancy and you can go and have so much of things done on top of this as well. But we'll just stick to these basics and we'll just go from there. Okay, now what we want to do is we have modified everything, we have transformed everything, we have fixed everything. We want to come out of this and we want to load the data into Power BI. Got it? And that gets loaded into and will be available in your data pane. Let's see how that works. So what you should do is you should just go and say, hey, close and apply. So you want to close this window. You want to apply all these changes and come out of this window and then load all of that information, right? So what we will do is we'll say close and apply. So let's close out of this window, apply all the changes and come out of this environment so that we can load the data further down the line. So I'm just going to hit close and apply, click on that icon. So we'll come out of that window. We'll load everything here. Just see, observe. It's going to load everything, all these different tables that we talked about. And it's going to be loaded into Power BI. Look at that. That's where the tables are going to be coming up. So let's see. There we go. We have all three tables loaded. So this is our data pane. You can expand these tables, you can contract these tables, and you will be able to understand what's going on. So if I expand this table, this is our table name. These are all the columns, and the columns are all, kind of arranged or sorted in an A to Z fashion, ascending order. That's how we have it. So let's just do that. And if I go to the table view, look at this. We are already in the report view. You can go and drag and drop and you can build those reports. We'll get to that in some time. But if I go to the table view, what happens here is you can see the tabular format of your data, the orders table. If you want to look at the people table, click on the people table and look at that. Can you see that? The headers are all fixed. Yes, the headers are all fixed and it's all nice and neat coming in. Returns table, we have fixed those headers and is all coming in nicely, right? This is how I want you to look at it. Got it? This is our tabular format of the data, just a view that says table view, and you can go and you can filter this out. You can go and say, hey, I want to look at this order. Let's see what that is. And yes, you can go and filter that out. You can do that on a bigger data set as well. Let's just clear all filters. Let's just do this on orders table. You can very well use, let's say, customer ID. Just going to use this customer and you can see this guy has purchased a lot of products from us and what's going on. You can filter it out and do all of that. But We'll do this in a different way as well. We'll kind of start slicing and dicing our data, creating some charts, graphs, and visual. So you can come up with a lot of analysis here. That's what we will do in our report view. Good. Okay, my main focus here is to go ahead and teach you and tell you about DAX. Let's go ahead and kind of get a glimpse of that as well. And if you can participate in the questions that I'm going to ask, just let me know. You can type that answer in the chat, let me know, and I'll just go over that. We just want this to be a little interactive. That's it. Okay. All right. I want you to understand this, and let's go ahead and compare something that we do in Power BI and Excel. And all I want you to understand here is, let's just go through one simple slide, and then that should be it. If you look at this slide, DAX stands for data analysis expressions. Okay, so we are going to create and build some expressions in Power BI, and that is what is called as DAX. You may have come across this term. You may already be scared of DAX, but I want you to tell this here. Please don't think DAX as a monster. I call that as a monster because people are scared of it. So I don't see that as a monster, but even if I were to consider that as a monster, I'll call that as a friendly monster. Yes. So yeah, don't be scared of DAX. It's just some functions and operators that you have in Power BI. Okay. So it's called as a library of functions and operators. What is a library of functions and operators? You have a list of functions and operators that you'll work with to build some formulas and expressions in Power BI. Okay. And remember, it is not a new thing. It is not there in just Power BI. It has been there in different tools for ages together. So if you know, there are tools like analysis services, SQL Server, analysis services, uh, that is again a Microsoft product. And if you have used Excel extensively, you will also know that there is something called Power Pivot in Excel. And all of these different things, analysis services, Power Pivot is going to use DAX. Or let me just go and put this in this way. Have you ever written this formula in Excel? Just say yes in the chat box if I've done that. Have you ever summed up a few cell and values from few cells? And have you written a simple formula like this? Can I get yes on the chat box very quickly? Yeah. Have you done this? Yeah, very good. If you have done this knowingly or unknowingly, you have written a DAX formula. How many of you know that this is DAX? Okay. So you have already worked on DAX. You already know this from an Excel formula and you've got exposed to DAX, but you're scared of DAX here. Okay, that's not fair. So let's go and learn and understand how this is to be compared and contrasted from Power BI's perspective. We'll understand that from Power BI's perspective. So let's just go through a simple example and I'll go and make sure that you are understanding what is DAX. And we very much confident it's going to be very easy. Like I said, we'll go through all of this in our session. We'll have an extensive and also a very good, nice dedication towards DAX. So you'll be learning a lot here, and that's the whole objective. Okay. All right. So knowingly, unknowingly, you have been working on DAX. You already know this now. Let's go and jump right into it, and we'll go and work on something here. Okay. Just going to come out of this particular slide and let's go to the Excel file. And I'm going to ask you some simple questions. Just see if you can share those answers on the chat box. I'm going to go do this. I'll just go ahead and have this shrinked like that. And we'll just go ahead and have a wrap text done on top of this. Okay. So that I can add some columns and you're seeing all of this right in front of you. Okay, great. Let's just keep it that way. Okay. Now the intention here is, my idea here is, I want to go ahead and extract the first few characters from this particular column. Okay. So let's say product names are there. And from this product name, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and extract the first few characters. Let's say I want to extract the 15 characters from the very beginning. That's my intention. That's my idea. Can someone help me with a function that I'll use in Excel to go ahead and get that done? Can someone just let me know what is the function you would use to extract the first few characters from this text? Anyone, please help me with that. Okay, I'm just looking at the chat box. Come on, guys. Can anyone give me a simple function with which I can extract? Yeah, text to columns. Yes, very good. But what if it is a 15 characters? It can include spaces. It can have underscores. I want to have that first 15 characters. Regex, you're thinking too complex? Can we have a simple functions? Text to columns, regex. Okay, fine. I agree. We can do all of that. But I want 15 characters out. And we want to get that from the product name. Trim is going to trim the spaces on the left and right. Very good. Very good. A left function. Thank you for that. Okay. A left function is going to help us to go and extract the characters from the left hand side of the string. Let's go and do that. So what I'm going to say here is let's go and create a column, and I'll call this column as first few characters. And where is this coming from? It's coming from the product name column. Okay. Let's go and understand how to do this. And there's a function called as left that is going to be the simplest and the easiest way of getting those first few characters. Let's just go and do this. Okay. I'm just going to say is equal to. Every formula here, starts with equal to symbol. And let's just go and see if there is a function called as left. And what Excel says is, yes, there is a function. That's the icon that says, hey, it's a function called as left. Very good. Let's go and understand what this function does. It says it is going to return the specified number of characters. Like I said, I want 15 characters from the left-hand side, from the start of the text string. Okay. So from the beginning of the text string, what is that? This is all the text string. From the very beginning of it, I will be able to go and extract 15 characters out of it. Okay, that's what this left function does. Let's go and do this. Okay, so we'll go and use this left function, and it expects a text and the number of characters out of that text you want to extract. Okay, so let's go and provide that. Where is this text coming from? The text is coming from this cell. So it's going to be Q2. That's what we have. Put a comma. And then what we will do is we'll just use number of characters. I'll just say 15. And that should give me the answer that I seek. Have a look. So the first 15 characters is here. We'll go ahead and expand that. We'll just go ahead and fill that formula down below. And that's going to extract 15 characters from each of these different product name. If it is less than 15, it's going to give you all that way. But if it is, it's a lengthy string of values, it will be able to go and extract that 15 characters for me. Guess getting it? So that's a simple function. So let's go ahead and take the same function, and I'll show you how to incorporate it, implement it in Power BI. So this is DAX. Knowingly or unknowingly, you have worked on DAX. Okay, the trim function, the other functions that you gave me is all DAX that you have worked on. Knowingly or unknowingly, you have been doing all of that. But now we know that this is DAX, and we'll go ahead and take that idea, implement it in Power BI. Okay, all right. I'm going to go quickly on this, but if you look at my DAX session, it's going to be in detail. I'll tell you different ways of creating this formula and other things, but just essentially understand what's going on here. Okay. Now, what have we done? We have created a column. Okay. We have created a column. We have derived some information from the existing column. So one of the DAX types, one of the DAX ways of working is to derive some columns like this in Power BI. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and understand how this goes. So I'll just go and show you how to create a column, and then we'll create the same column in Power BI. Okay, so if I go here, and I prefer being in the table view every single time I just work on, the columns, because the columns, how is this column coming up? The column is in front of you. You can see that the columns values are coming out like this, and you can validate, you can understand, and you can say confidently that, yes, my formula is working. Yes or no? So your expression has worked, and you can see that output in front of you. So if you know that the column is getting created, the values are being derived, and these things are all coming in front of you, you're confident that, yes, your formula worked fine. So we'll do the same thing. And hence I want to be in a table view where I can see my column getting created, and we'll just do this way. But you can of course be on a report view. You can be on a model view. Everywhere it just works. But we just want to make sure that we are seeing the column in front of us getting created. We can validate it that way and understand whether our formula worked or not. Got it? Good. Now, every single column that you create is going to be coming in the very end of this table. It's not going to be created in between. You can't create and plug the column here. No, you can't do all of that. You have to go and say, hey, I want to create a new column, and every column that gets created will be created at the end of the table. Okay, this is our table. This entire thing is our table. And we will be just creating a column at the end of the table. You'll start seeing this. Okay. Now, I don't want to get into too many details, but just look at the thing on top. You have an icon that helps you create a column. Let's go and click on that and get started with this. So if I click on this icon, I will be creating a column. Look at that. There's a placeholder coming up. There's a formula bar coming up here. Yes. And what you can do is you can write your formula and you can see the column getting created in front of you. All right. Now, if I go back to the report view, let's go back to the report view and I'll just go show you the same option here, new column. I can click on this and Power BI gives me the ability to write my formula. It enables a formula bar and gives me the option to go and write that formula. But can you validate whether the output that you're getting is right or not? You won't be able to see the column in the report view. You won't be able to see that in the model view. So in that case, it's like, there is a saying, shooting the arrow in the dark. You can't really understand whether it hit the target or not, right? I call all of this way. So I don't really work and kind of shoot the arrow in the dark. I want to see the output. I want to make sure the output is all good. So what I'm going to do is I will go to my table view and I'll create a column here so that I can see and validate and confirm that yes, what I have done is all good. So let me just do that. Okay. So new column on top, let's just go ahead and click on that and we'll just create a new column. Good. I'm just going to use some shortcuts. We'll just go through that later, but I'm just going to zoom in a little bit and you can see this. Okay, let's go and understand the parts of this equation. This is slightly different from Excel. This is not Excel. Power BI is not Excel. So it is kind of slightly different from Excel. So we'll understand how this goes and we'll go through this nitty-gritty details. Okay. Now, I don't want you to be confused with this first value, the number 1 here. It's just the line number and I've zoomed in. So the line number is also a little bigger. But if I just do a shift enter, what happens is I can go to the next line, shift enter to go to the next line. And this is the line number. So you will be able to go and work on multiple lines. I will go and format my code here and there when I do this in my sessions. I will be formatting my code. So we will just take our line of code, the formula that we are writing into multiple lines, break it so that we understand this formula better. That's what we will do. Okay. So all of this is going to be done. All right. So this is how I want you to go and look at it. Okay. So yeah, that's the line number. Don't get confused, but that's important for you to understand. Now let's understand the parts of this equation. All right. Every formula in Excel, I'm talking about Excel, okay, not Power BI. Every formula in Excel starts off with an equal to symbol. Good. So in Power BI, anything after the equal to symbol is going to be your formula, yes, or we can call this as our expression, yes or no. So everything after the equal to symbol is going to be the formula, and everything before the equal to symbol, this part of it, this is going to be the name of the column. Okay, we will be giving this column a name and that name will be taken for the column. So we will be defining the name here in this particular section. This is all line numbers, so leave that out. So anything before the equal to symbol is going to be the name of the column. Anything after the equal to symbol is going to be the formula that you write for whatever derivation that you want. You'll be doing that. Okay, let's just do that very quickly. So if I double click here, let's go and rename it. I'll just go and say I want the first few characters from product name, and you can see I'm just going to be typing this, and you can have a very lengthy, very descriptive name. There is nothing wrong with such a big name, but we want to just keep it small and crisp. Let's just go do that. That's how we will go and work. But what I'm trying to tell you here is you can have a lengthy name. You can go with anything. You can have underscores. You can have dollar symbols. You can have all of those different things. Anything goes in your name. As long as Power BI does not give you a red, squiggly line like this, it's all good. The name is all good. Name is all valid. Okay, so that's how I want you to understand this. Let's just go and get rid of this. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll just say first few characters from the product name. That's what we have. And we'll start typing our formula here. So this is the name that will be taken to your column headers. And that's how we will go ahead and do this. Okay. So anything after the equal to symbol is going to be the formula. And what is the formula that we want to use? The function that we want to use. We want to use our left function. Let me just go ahead and do that. So I'll just say left function. There is a function called as left. There's a small arrow here. If I expand it, I can read what this information is all about. I'm just going to do this way. Okay, have a look. It returns the specified number of characters from the start of the text string. Oh my God, it's the same definition that we have for left from Excel. Yes or no? So the left function is going to exactly work the same way in Power BI, just like Excel. And these are all Microsoft tools. So you may have some common functions between these two. Not every function in Excel is all available here, but yes, you should be able to go and find some common functions between these two, and Power BI is different tool altogether. So you may have similar functions, but not exactly the same functions. For example, VLOOKUP. We don't have VLOOKUP here. It's called as lookup value. We'll just go and understand that later. But yeah, that's how I want you to look at it. So this is going to return a specified number of characters from the start of the text string. This is the exact same definition that I saw here when I was going and typing my left function. Can you see this? Returns the specified number of characters from the start of the text string. Simple as that. Okay. So we are going to be dealing with the same thing here. So let's go with that. Okay. So I'll just choose the left function and we'll start typing the details. And again, the syntax is all the same. You can see it says text. It says number of characters. So text is coming from this product name. Yes or no? This is our product name. We'll go and pass that to our text. And then we'll give 15 characters here. And that's our formula. Very good. But let's look at something here. And how would you go and refer to this value? Can you refer to this value directly here in Power BI? Do we have the cell references? We had Q, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, the row numbers. We can't just say Q1 or Q2 here. This is not going to work because we don't see the cell references. Yeah. So the only change that goes on in Power BI is instead of referring to a cell from where the text is coming from, you will have to go and refer to the entire column. And you have to say, hey, the product name is the column that you have to go and consider. And from that, give me 15 characters out. Are you getting this? That's the only change that happens. So this is all the same formula, same syntax. Everything is all the same, exactly like what we saw in Excel. But here there's a slight change happening. What is it? It's going to be the column name used instead of a cell reference. So if I were to go here, what is happening here? Q2 is being referred. So this is our Q2, Q1, Q2. So Q2 value is coming to your formula, and that's how the cell reference is made. But here we don't have cell references. We go with column references. Okay. So if I start typing product name, let's just do that. And there we go. We have our product name column here. What happens? The product name always comes with a prefix of a table name. So whenever you're referring to a column, you'll always go and have the table name come up like that. So column name will always be prefixed with a table name, and that's what you'll get. Let's go and use that way. And that's the way things work with Power BI. Okay. I'm going to refer to the column name. And whenever you start using a column name, it will go and have this table name brought along with that. And that's how things work. Okay. Why is this the case? Let me just give you a quick idea. I'm just going to say one and come back to this one later. Okay. Have a look at this table. This is our orders table. And do you see a region column here? Yes, there's a region column here, right? And the region column also exists in people table. Can you see that? Region column also exists in the people table. So for this case, let's say, for example, if I'm using a different function altogether, let me just show you very quickly. And if I were to just refer to the region column, now the confusion here is, and Power BI is just trying to go ahead and kind of clarify what you want to do. Which column do you want to use? There are two region columns. Are you going to use it from orders table, or are you trying to refer to the people tables region column? So what is that you want to use here? That's the question, and that's the clarity that Power BI requires. And hence, you'll always have a column name prefixed with a table name. Got it? So that is how we write our formulas here. So let me just go back to the same formula. We want to pass the text, and whenever we pass the column name, it will always be prefixed with the table name. And there is no escaping this, no deleting and removing all of this. It will be working this way. It is better to use this way and also get used to this kind of conventions. Okay. You cannot go and avoid that. Okay. Good. So product name is what I want. And from that, I'm looking for 15 characters. Let's just go ahead and do that. And that's going to be completing my formula. You can look at the output that in front of you. And what's happening? This name is taken to the column name, and this formula will work on every single row, and it's going to give you the 15 characters from the product name. You're getting this? Yeah. So how cool is this? If you know some formulas in Excel, you can go and very well easily work on DAX in Power BI. Like I said, DAX is not a different monster. It has been there in a lot of other tools, and it has been there for ages together. People have worked on DAX already. You are going to work on DAX like this, and it's a simple formula language in Power BI. Okay. Just want you to understand it from that perspective, and that's all I have for you on the demo today. Okay. All right, I'm just going to give you mic permission. I just want you to use this responsibly, one at a time, please. And then let me know if you have any questions, we can take that up. Okay. I've just given you the mic permission. You can unmute things from your side, and then we'll just talk about a few things. Let me know. If you have any questions, please do let me know. Yeah. Yes, please. Vijay, I see you unmuted. Yep.
Yeah, so this like data that you bring in that you can
Mhm.
connect with any data source, right? Snowflake, SQL Server, or anything, right?
Right. So if I just show you this list, click on this icon, get data, you can see a huge list of connectors that are available. And you just talked about Snowflake, all of that is available. So a lot of different data sources you can go and connect to and bring it into Power BI. It's just not Excel file, it can be connecting to a lot of different data sources. Yeah.
Now the data like transformation, like cleansing and all. So does
Mhm.
Power BI do that as well, or that data is supposed to be clean already into the source itself? This is a reporting tool, or the question is this a reporting tool, or is this a ETL tool as well?
Yeah, so it is basically a data visualization tool, a reporting tool. I would rather call this as a business intelligence tool. And what this does is it does a lot of things. And whenever you connect to the data, you don't have to really rely on something else. So this does a little bit of ETL as well. So that's how I want you to look at it. So a bit of ETL and then a lot of data visualization. That's how this tool works. We don't have extensive ETL setup here. ETL works can be done with different tool altogether. So this is just a reporting tool which can do some slight, ETL works, and then we can take the data, cleanse the data, and take it forward. Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions? Anyone?
Yeah, for me,
Yes, please.
yes, I've never worked on Power BI. This is
Mm-hmm.
the first time to learn it. So I don't know if it will be difficult for someone that never have a notion of Power BI.
No, see, can I ask what do you do? Where do you work? I mean, in the sense, what technologies you work on, if I can get that idea.
Yeah, I work as a network, but
Okay,
yeah, I jump in a little bit to Microsoft,
sure.
Uh,
Yeah,
so,
let me
and I
just,
work also
yes.
before with a little bit with as a uh, um, power automates
Mm-hmm. Good. Okay.
and power apps,
All right. And I would
and
say, yeah, I would say Power BI is much friendly, user friendly, and easier than all of these tools that you have worked on. Let me just show you this. So if I just click on this chart, and I have a formula. I go by a golden rule here, and we'll talk more about some columns, how you would define dimensions and measures and all of that. So if I just check two boxes here, have a look, region and then sales, and boom, we have a chart in front of us. So what I'm doing essentially here is I'm just trying to tell you that this is one of the simplest tool. You take a chart, you take a template, and you add these columns, you drag and drop these columns, or you check those boxes, and you can come up with a chart right away. So we will be able to do all of this. It's a pretty simple drag and drop report builder. You don't have to understand too many things. There are certain basic concepts that we want to understand. We call
yeah,
this as, let's say data modeling concepts. These are just concepts. And again, I can just go on talk about this for years together, but we will just understand that from a very basic and from a foundational perspective, and that's more than enough for you to work on
Yeah.
this tool. So that is how we will do
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have some workbooks to go step by step? Maybe on when we're getting to the course, maybe, yeah, and then I can go step by step to it.
Yeah. So what we will do is we'll record all the sessions and we'll give it to you. So you can, of course, go through that, and it's available for lifetime with you. The recorded sessions are all available. I'll also give you some materials, notes, and other things. I can do that as well. And
Okay.
yeah, you can go through that as well. And we will also work on some hands-on assignments after each
Yes.
module, and you will have that practice as well. So what you can do is you can replicate what I'm doing in the session. That's one way of getting used to this tool. We'll go work on assignments after every module. That's again some hands-on coming your way. And you'll be getting used to these tools. And finally, you'll be also building a project incorporating
Okay.
all of these things. So that will give you a complete idea. And yes, like I said, the materials and other things will be given to you after each session. They'll be uploaded to a LMS portal, and you can always go and check that out. Yeah.
So this course will be based on practical, based on a production environment, or
I would be using some simple, smaller data set, but it can be incorporated with huge data set as well. That will be coming up, like I said, during the Capstone project. So that's how this is going to be working. Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. No problem. Any other questions? Anyone? Yes, please.
Yeah, so like if there's an online application and you
Mm-hmm.
want to build the reporting out of the current the online database for example SQL Server, and there's a web application and you
Mm-hmm.
build this tool to reports out of it, how you can integrate with directly with the web application, you put it on the server or something, you can just
Yeah, we
directly
will
connect.
understand that. Yes. So if I go show you this, if I go to the, the browser here. And if I just say app.powerbi.com, let me just do that. So this is the server or Power BI servers. It's a cloud-based environment. And what we will be doing is I'll just show you the previous batch that we just went through. So this one here. So we'll be publishing our report into this. So you can see the report that we are building in the local environment is all going to be published here. And if I click on this, you'll see that this is going to be the report that I created in the other session, and this is how it's going to be. So you can just kind of publish it here, and then it's going to be all interactive. You can choose these different filters, slicing and dicing your data like this, and that's how this is going to be working. Yeah.
So the user has to have an account there, like,
The user will
or I
be
can.
added to this workspace. Yes, if I click on this, again, go to the workspace, the user will be added to this environment here. Okay, so that's how we do it. It's going to be the activity of a Power BI administrator. You don't have to take care of this as a developer, but yes, if you have the access, you can add users or groups to this one, and those people will get access to this environment. And that's how they go and access this particular report. Yeah.
But if I want to integrate this report directly to my web application, as if like there is like a web page, same
Mm-hmm.
web page or same application, how
Yeah.
would I do that?
Yeah, you
Is
can
there a
do that. You
possibility?
can first publish this, and then from here, I would say let's go ahead and do this. Let's see, 1 second. I think you can embed the report into a SharePoint site or a website, or I'll just go click on website, and you'll get this, the iframe
Okay,
code or anything of that sort, and you can very well get that and publish that way. Yeah.
you just pass that, and it's gonna be interactive, right? It's gonna be you pass that ID, for example, any ID based on the employee ID. You want to get a report, you just pass that parameter as well, and it will be interactive from the database, right?
Right.
It'll be the
It
real
will
time.
be working that way. Yes. We have to do some
Yeah.
tweaking with the report. Once you build all that report, yes, from that perspective, it can be used. Yes.
And that data can be connected to our SQL database directly,
Right. So
real
what
time.
you're essentially doing is you have already published it, and you're just embedding this into a new page, let's say, for example, and this is all behind the scene. It's all connecting to the data set, databases and other things that will all work the same way. So you're just kind of, including it or embedding it into a web page. That's it. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
That's what actually I'm looking for. Actually, I have this current project that I was asked to do that. So
Mhm.
would be great.
Yeah, that was all possible with Power BI. Yeah. I'll show you how to do that. And this is all after, we develop the report, we publish it. You can do all of this way. Yep.
Great.
All right. Good. Good. Yeah. Any other questions, guys?
So how is the job market on this, the Power BI? So are we able to, once after completing this course, like, do you just need the Power BI, or do you need anything else to get a job?
Yeah, so Power BI is in demand right now, and I would say the market for this is very good. There are other tools out there in the market like Tableau, ClickView, ClickSense, and other tools out there. We don't have too many openings for these other tools, but Power BI is something that people are looking for, and everyone is kind of migrating and switching to Power BI in their organization. So there is a huge demand for this particular tool for sure. You may want to showcase, and you may want to showcase, if you are a beginner, I would say showcase some certificates, make sure that you clear the interview, kind of telling them, or making sure that Power BI. You want to kind of showcase that part alone if you're a freshers and looking for this job. Otherwise, a little bit of an exposure and experience and kind of cracking the interview should go and do it. And from the skill sets perspective, I would say you need to have Power BI for sure. You need to understand the concepts and other things. Plus SQL, a little basic SQL is more than enough. You don't have to deep dive into this. You're not going to be working as a database administrator. So creating, dropping, and altering the tables and all of that is not a query that you go and do. Just a select query. If you can understand, select staff from this table name, you will be joining some tables, you'll be filtering the data, you'll be doing a lot of things with that select queries perspective. That should be good enough. And so I would say a little bit of DAX, a little bit of SQL. These are all the important details, and a bit of Excel as well, Excel formulas, just so that you can copy paste some data into an Excel and do some validations and check whether the same thing is coming up here or not. The same thing goes with SQL. Select staff from this table name, do some filtering, and check whether the same information is coming in your report or not. So these sort of validation is how I want you to look at it from that perspective. So SQL, Excel from that validation perspective, and you work with predominantly on Power BI. So these are the skill sets that you require, nothing else. Yeah.
Now, this course, do you help on interview preparation and resume preparation?
Yeah, we do that at the end of this course. Yes, we have dedicated sessions for that. 1 or 2 sessions will be reserved for that. Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay, good. Yes,
From
please.
from a perspective, how is it going to affect this Power BI reporting tools? So, any junior level positions are getting affected by AI, or just wanted
Um,
to have some
yeah,
overview?
no, we don't have too much of impact here. See, AI, we have some AI based, integration going on. So if I click on this, and there is this Q&A section here, and what I can do is I can just use this AI feature inside Power BI to go and kind of do some chart and graph, and we can create something out here. Let me just go show you that. I'm just going to ask this particular tool, what is the top 15, or who are all my top 15 customers by profit. Let me just go ahead and do that. So this is an AI feature that we have integrated into Power BI. I'm not saying that AI is going to take the job off that way, but this is going to be an AI feature. I can just go ahead and ask a simple question, and that can give you the answer. So those integrations are available. We do not have AI replacing a developer here yet. We have long way to go. I mean, we are not doing it. And also we have some Copilot stuff, integration like that as well. And you have some AI based tools or AI based visuals. So we just have a little bit of integration and exposure to AI. We don't have a developer who will be replaced with AI. So don't worry about all that. There is still a long way to go. It's just an integration of AI features here, not a replacing of the developer, with AI. So I think we are good here, and there is no I wouldn't be scared working with Power BI for the long term. Yeah.
Okay, so is it good to add AI skills for Power BI position so that it's having all these integrations, right?
Right,
AI
correct. So
tools.
if you want to learn how to use Copilot, if you know how to do that, it's just a kind of a generative AI again. And this can do amazing things for you. You can just ask a simple question. It can generate charts for you. So all of that is there. So yes, if you can add that part as well, that is an added advantage. Yes.
So while practicing, approximately how many hours it takes to learn Power BI? If you take ETL tools, it takes hours and hours of
Right.
practice and
Right.
so many errors and resolutions, right? So in that
Yeah.
perspective, how many
Yeah.
hours should
So,
we dedicate to this tool to
sure.
learn?
So if I just talk from that perspective, I would say, it's going to be 30 hours of lecture from my side. I just want to tell you and teach you how things work with Power BI. But anyone can get started with this tool in 30 minutes or so. But we need to understand that nitty gritty details. We want to go through a lot of things. From a developer's perspective, I want you to understand what's going on behind the scenes and in this tool. That's the whole idea here. So the lecture from my side is going to be at least 30 hours. And I would say it's not going to take too much of a time. If you can just spend 1 hour max for 1 or 2 weeks, that's more than enough. Hardly 10 to 15 hours max from your side, and you should be mastering the techniques already. This is, like I said, drag and drop report builder. I can just go and click on anything, and I can just kind of click on these different values, and that will give me a chart graph out, and you just have to arrange it and work with those details. That's it. So the visualization part is all easy, but a little bit of data cleansing, a little bit of data modeling, the DAX ways of working, derivations, and other things are going to take some time. So that is all going to be very easy to learn as well. So I would say hardly 1 or 2 weeks max. You should be thorough with this tool and you can start looking for some job. But I want you to continue on this tool, at least work with this for 1 month or 2 months before taking or appearing for an exam, certification that you want to do. Just work on this for 1 month at least, because there are a lot of other small details that comes up, and whenever you work on this, that's when you get that exposure. So yeah, do that way. You should be ready within few hours of looking into this tool, but for the examination, I want you to take that 1 month at least to go and appear for the exams. Yes. Yeah.
Sure, thank you.
Yeah. No problem.
So this tool is free or is it like you have to pay for it?
No, the desktop version that I'm using, this one is completely free, and the payment or the charges apply when you go and publish your report here. This part of this service is not free, but the desktop version is completely free. So you can build n number of reports, you can keep it with yourself. But when you want to share this with users, that's when the subscription model comes in. You have to pay on a monthly basis some fee to go and manage and maintain the cloud-based environment. So just like your Google Drive, if you want to just go beyond that 15 GB, you'll have to pay for something on the cloud storage. Just like that, we'll have to go and procure a cloud storage and go work with that environment. So desktop version is all free. Yeah.
So the desktop version, you build your reports here, and then, or you can build in a cloud version as well.
You can
The
build in
same
cloud
thing.
version as well, but this gives you much flexibility. These icons and these environments, they are very well
Mhm.
integrated here in desktop environment. You won't find this in cloud-based environment. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So basically, you do your development here,
Right.
and then when you push it into
Yes. You just have
server
to hit
environment.
that publish button and that gets published to the cloud version. That's it.
Okay.
It's a very simple tool and very simple integration. You don't have to worry about these things. Yeah.
So
Does this replace the? Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, no
The
problem.
integration, the
Just
Microsoft server, SQL Server, is this
Mm-hmm.
the advanced version of that SSI? What is it?
SSIS.
Integration. SSIS, yes.
No, SSIS is an ETL tool. It is still there out there in the market. It's separate ETL tool. This is just an extension of Excel, I would say. With Excel also, you can create charts, graphs, and visuals. So it's more of a subset or an extension of Excel, and this is dedicated for data visualization. Yeah, we can consider from that perspective. Yes.
yes,
Thank you.
exactly. That is what my question. This
Mhm.
GUI is almost similar to Excel, right? So,
Right.
while we go deeper into the topics, will it be like this only and the same graphical user interface, or
Yes,
do
yes.
we have
There is no
other?
coding. I'll not be writing any line of code. There are codes written behind the scene, but the tool will take care of it. Okay. For example, if I go to this transform data, again, open the Power Query editor. The tool will take care of everything. For example, let's look at this advanced editor here. So there are codes written behind the scene. We'll not write any line of code. I'll not even teach you one single line of code. Everything will be taken care by Power BI. Okay, so we are not going to learn anything. It's always going to be the UI, user interface. I'll click on some buttons. I'll do some things on the pop-ups and other things that comes up. I will not be working on any piece of code at all. Yeah, that's for sure guaranteed in this course and in this tool. Yeah, that's how this tool works.
So, speaking about coding, I can see that we have Python and all functions as well.
Right.
So, are we going to apply it in this course?
I can bring that up if someone insists, because that's again a good, nice way of looking at things. Because a lot of people, like let's say data scientists, work on Python and R, and they want to kind of switch to Power BI to showcase those visuals, charts, graphs, and other things. So they do the data, manipulation in the R and Python code, and they come here for visualization. So I can give you a glimpse of it. It's not part of this course, but yes, if someone insists and a lot of people are interested, I'll go and show you that as well. I can do that, not a problem.
Yeah, definitely we can have a short session on that afterward.
Sure. I can definitely
Yeah.
do that. Yes, no problem.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anything else,
How
guys? Yes, please.
yeah, how is that different from other tools like Tableau? There's a Tableau also, right? Is it the same thing or it's a different?
Tableau is just the interface is different, the way you go and do this is different, but that's also a BI tool, I would say, reporting tool or BI tool. It's all the same. These are different competitors from different vendors. So they are all the same, but you just have to understand how to work with Power BI. It's a different interface altogether. When you go with this Tableau, it's again a drag and drop builder, but you'll not find templates. You'll have to create those charts and graphs yourself with some simple ideas that you can come up with. So that's how things work. So those are all the different ways you want to go and look at it. Yeah, it's all the same. Yeah.
Okay. So next question is how long is the course and what are the timings?
Yeah, I'll let my team talk about it. It's going to be 30 hours of total session, the lectures from my side. If you add the assignments, if you add the hands-on, the capstone projects and everything, that comes around 45 hours in total. Okay, that's how we will go and spend this time. And the timing is going to be 1.5 hours each day. We'll have it during the weekdays. Morning one session, evening one session. I'll let the team decide and tell you about the timings. So I'll go and take a session on the morning, let's say 8 a.m. IST, and the same session will be, kind of taken in the evening session as well. So the same content will be covered as well in the evening. So we'll have two sessions. So if you're skipping one of them, if you're missing one of them, then you can go attend the second session as well. That's fine within the same day, and you'll get the same content. Yeah. I'll be teaching and I'll be going through that as a live instructor led session. That's how it's going to be.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions? I'll otherwise hand it over to my team. They'll have some nice offers for you. Let them explain that. Any other questions, anyone? All right. If not, Karthik, over to you. I'll stop sharing. You can take over, please. Thank you.
Yeah, Ambarishan, thank you so much for the session. So, hello everyone. So, again, this is Karthik from Raj Cloud Technologies. So, I hope like you had a great session today, and I hope like everyone clear with your technical doubts, correct? So, all your technical doubts are cleared, right? If not, please unmute yourself and clear all your technical doubts so that like we can enter into the registration part and how the registration will be, like what is the offer available right now. So these things we can discuss now.
When is it starting? Like when is the date?
So yes, I'll be coming up with the complete information. So just like I'm asking anyone, if you have any technical questions, you can just like clear your technical questions now so that like we can enter into the registration details and all. I see no one asking questions, so like I hope like we can enter to the registration part and all. Okay, yeah. So the course is like Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst training, and the course fee is 15,000 rupees, as you can see in our website as well. Okay, so in the courses section, you can just visit the Power BI trainings. Just go to the courses section and click on the Power BI trainings. Then you will be able to see the complete updates of the course here. The complete updates of the course here. Okay, so this is the course content and everything. And the right side you can see the fees. Okay, so that is a 15,000 rupees. The course duration is 35 to 45 days. Yeah. So here is the duration. The course duration is 35 to 45 days. 45 plus hours of training will be delivered to you. Okay, and we have two different batches. We have two different batches. Okay, so and the morning batch timings are 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. IST, 90-minute session. Okay, so each and every session is 90 minutes, and we have a two batches on daily basis, morning and evening. The morning batch timings are 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. IST. Okay, and we have another session in the evening as well. That is 9 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. IST. Okay, so I can say something here like where you cannot see in any other institute. So whatever the content we deliver in the morning session, the same content will be repeated again in the evening session as well. There is no restriction that if you enroll for the evening session, only you need to join evening session. If you enroll morning session, only you need to join the morning session. There is a no restriction like that. You can join any of these two sessions, either morning or evening. If you have time, if you want to listen this topic again, if you want to join both also, yes, you can join. If you want to join both also, yes, you can join. Even after giving a two sessions in a day, again, like we'll be giving you the recording as well. Even if you are unable to attend these two sessions, still you can get the recording of the video. Okay, and each and every session we are going to record. Each and every session we are going to show you like in the website. Okay, so everything will be updated in the website. The session and the material, everything will be updated in the website as well. Okay, so you can access it for lifetime. Okay, you can access it for lifetime. And in this training, like we are going to deal with 4 real-time projects. Okay, we are going to deal with like 4 to 5 real-time projects where you can get the enough hands-on experience. So even if you want to showcase like a 4 years or 5 years experience also, yes, you can easily. As I said, the lifetime recordings will be available for you. No need to worry about that. And the batch is starting from 14th May, that is the Wednesday. The upcoming Wednesday, like we are planning to start the batch, that is the 14th May. Okay, 14th May, that is the upcoming Wednesday. We are going to start the new batch. And yeah, any questions,
Wednesday
please?
night or morning? Sorry.
Both will
On
start
14.
at a time. Yeah, both will start at a time. So whatever the session happened in the morning, the same session will be repeating in the evening again. Okay. Yeah. So for the registration process, you can contact us on these two mobile numbers. So one is 810-529-6858, which is available in the website. Even the website, if you can visit here, you can check out here. Okay, then at the top of the website, you can see here 810-529-6858. Okay, so this is one of our calling and WhatsApp number as well. You can call or WhatsApp also. And there is a one more number as well, 63616-38108. This is the other number as well. You can contact us on these two numbers. If you receive any payment details from these two numbers, you can believe that these information is given by the Raj Cloud Technologies only. Okay, so I'm just sharing these mobile numbers as well in the chat box, so that if you want to connect to the team, you can just connect us on these two numbers. And our timings will be, we will be available from morning 8 a.m. IST, 8 a.m. IST to 11 p.m. IST, we will be available. Okay, from the morning 8 a.m. IST to 11 p.m. IST, we will be available on every day. And coming to the payment details and all, we accept all modes of transactions. We accept UPI, bank transfer, net banking, debit card, credit card, if you want to go with a PayPal or any kind of like international transfer, okay, so no cost EMI. So everything is available with us. Okay, everything is available with us. So if you want to go the registration for right away, you can use these UPI payment details. I'm sharing these payment details as well in the chat box. Okay, you can use these UPI payment details and you can make the payment here. And as I said you in the initial of the session, as I said you, there is some special offer is available now. Okay, I'll just like reveal the offer as well, just to stay connected. There is a complimentary course as well. Okay, so whoever take these Power BI, they'll be also getting these complimentary course as well. This is a complimentary course also available. That is Oracle SQL. These are the topics, or whatever the topics that you are seeing on screen. These are the topics will be covered, and these are purely recorded sessions. These are not live. These are purely recorded sessions will be given to you. Okay, so even from the complete scratch, like what is data, what is table, how to insert the data into the tables, each and everything we have explained here very clearly in 15 hours, and there are 10 videos are available. 10 videos and 15 hours of training is delivered here in these videos. You can complete it. Okay, if you plan to enroll today, then you can start the Oracle SQL right away. If you don't have any knowledge on Oracle SQL, you can start right away, and you can complete it before 14th. And from 14th, you can start taking classes on Power BI.
So on
Yes.
14th is it when it starts on 14th? The next class is on the next day or the alternate day?
I'll tell you about the schedule as well. Yes, just a second, please. For more details, you can visit our website here. So this is our website link. I can share you in the chat box as well. As you asked for the schedule, I'm coming to that. The first week. Generally, our schedule is like Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday, both morning and evening sessions we'll be having. Okay, both morning and evening sessions we'll be having. Morning and evening sessions we'll be having the same timings. Morning 9:30 to 11:30 and evening 7:30 to 9:30. Sorry, evening 9:30 to morning 8 a.m. to 9:30 and evening 9 p.m. to 10:30. These are the timings actually. Okay, the same timings we'll be having.
Each day, right? Monday, Tuesday,
Yes,
Wednesday,
Monday to
Thursday.
Friday. This is our actual timings, but like what happens for the first 1 week or 2 week? First 1 week or 2 weeks, as per the people requirement in the batch. Okay, for the 1 week or 2 weeks, we will be going with alternative days. That is like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if the people are okay with the only 1 week, because to settle down, to create account, to like install the Power BI desktop, so all these things to settle up, so it will take some time. That is the reason why for the first week, like we are going with like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday classes. If still people need more time to settle down, okay, if still people need more time to settle down, then we will be going with the second week also, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At this time, there is an extension of another 3 days. Okay, as I said you, the course will be 30 to 35 days, right? So there will be an extension of another 3 days. That will be like a 38 days. Okay, so that's it. For the 1 or 2 weeks, like we'll be having alternative days. That means if you can see the current batch, I mean, the upcoming batch, which is starting from 14th, that is on Wednesday, like we are starting. Okay, so the next session will be on Friday. Okay, and the next session will be on another day. Again, it will be on Monday. Like this, like we'll be having sessions actually. So if there is any schedule, like if there is any important meeting schedule for the trainer, at that time only we'll be canceling the session. So if not, for sure, like we'll be having both morning and evening batches. Okay, so for the rest of the batch completely. So any doubts in the schedule, please? So I hope like I made it clear for everyone about the schedule. So if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me, please. Done. Hope everyone is good with this. Now I'm just like coming to the offer. Okay. So like if you are following us on the Instagram or on the WhatsApp status, okay, from last 6 days, we are already like providing this offer. That is flat 15% discount, flat 15% discount on all our trainings. Okay, flat 15% discount on all our trainings. So this is the offer that we are offering from last 6 days. Okay, and the offer is going to end today. The offer is going to end today. If you are following any of our Instagram as well, you can check out the things. You can check out the updates. Okay, the offer is ending today. Okay, so if you are plan to join for this training, if you plan to join for this training, yes, the offer is available today. The offer is available today. You can check out here. So the offer is going to end today. From 3rd May, like we have started giving this offer. So you just like try to plan to complete your registration today and get the complete Oracle course access. Get the complete Oracle course access and start watching the videos. And along with these Oracle videos, we are also going to provide you the first 10 classes videos of last batch on Power BI as well. Power BI. So the Power BI first 10 classes videos also 1 to 10 classes videos also given to you. Videos also given to you. So even till Wednesday, you can be engaged with the content. Okay, you can be engaged with the content till Wednesday as well. As I said, there are the first week will be alternative days. Okay, even in the alternative days, you can watch these first 10 classes videos and you can gain knowledge. And if you watch the videos initially, and again, if you join the classes, it will create like more impact to understand the topics very clearly. Okay, so in this way, it is going to help you. If you have any questions, you can ask me, please.
Karthik, is that not possible to extend the discount till end of this weekend?
You just connect with me personally. Okay, so see, the weekend is nothing but today is already Friday. Okay, Saturday and Sunday. See, Saturday is like weekend, like one more day is there for this week, right? You just connect with me personally. You can just call or WhatsApp on these numbers. My team will connect you and assist you furtherly, like whatever the requirement you have.
Okay, all right, got
Okay,
it.
you can just like connect us on these numbers. I'm just sharing
Yeah.
you in the Zoom chat. Yeah, I have shared you. So as the offer is already like providing from 3rd of May, right? So that is the reason why like we are just like closing the offer today. You just try to plan the course today so that like you can just save this 15% discount. Okay, so from tomorrow the course price will be again 15,000 rupees. Okay, again the course price will be 15,000 rupees. And at the end of the batch, for sure, like we are going to provide you the resume, interview questions, and we will guide you like how to apply for the opportunities and where the opportunities are available right now in the market, how to apply for them, how to prepare for them. So on each and every step, we'll be there with you until unless you'll get job. That's not a problem. Once you are a part of Raj Cloud Technologies students, for sure you'll be getting the assistance even after getting the job also. Okay, so like whatever the assistance you require, you can contact us at any time. Okay, yeah. So I hope like everyone cleared with your doubts, right? If you have any doubts, you can unmute and you can ask me, please.
No question from my side, Karthik.
Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. Yeah, I hope everyone is clear with all your doubts and all, right? So if I can get any yes in the chat box so that like we can end the session, please. If you are clear with all your doubts and all. So any doubts, okay, if you have any technical doubts, so still Ambarishan is with us so that like you can ask any of your technical doubts if you have, or the registration part, any doubts, you can just unmute yourself and you can ask me, please. Yeah, clear. Yeah, okay, done. Thanks for the confirmation. So like I'm just like ending the session. If you have any questions, you can just connect us on this number 810-529-6858. Thank you all. Thank you for joining session today.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.